Hey everybody, Daniel Guaba coming at you with a new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Japanese. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to press the subscribe button and go ahead and hit that bell notification button so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. This one I have a feeling is going to be a long one, so let's just jump right into it. So let me explain a bit about the title of the video. Let's talk in 10. Basically, this is going to be a series where I take a language, break down the sentences, grammar, and give some vocabulary, and give you guys a chance to hear what the language sounds like and get a feel for the word order. If you've seen my last videos, you know that word order is really important to me. If you haven't seen my previous videos, what are you waiting for? Go watch those first and then come back. Anyway, so today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Japanese sentences and analyzing their structure. This video is going to be trying to teach you from context. So since it's my first instructional video here on YouTube, I was really excited and put a lot of thought and effort into it and ended up coming up with a lot of ideas. So it's going to be a bit long, but hopefully you guys get a lot out of it and stick with it. So let's get started, because like I said, it might be a bit long. So grab a notebook, a pencil, a Google Doc, whatever you need to take notes, maybe grab a snack, and let's jump right into it. All right, everybody. So the way we're going to start this out is we're going to talk about 3 really important verbs in Japanese. Those are des, imasu, and arimasu. I'm assuming that you're coming into this video with no knowledge of Japanese whatsoever. So I will be using the regular writing system, hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And I'll also use furigana, or the Roman letters above Japanese characters, so you guys can have an easier time reading in case you're not quite there yet. So we're going to start off with the verb des. And we're going to be taking a look right here where we have A wa B des. So A is B. It's a really simple sentence to be able to say. And basically, when you're introducing yourself or any object, you're going to use des. So let's take a look at the first example. Right here, we've got konnichiwa, o genki desu ka? Now, we break it down. Hello, how are you? Konnichiwa is hello. O genki is well. Desu is. Ka is a question particle. We're going to talk about particles in another video later on, but for now, just know that ka at the end of a sentence is going to make a statement into a question. So, konnichiwa, o genki desu ka? Hello, how are you? Are you well? But to answer the question, you'll say, hai, genki desu. Yes, I'm doing well. All you got to do to answer the question is take off the ka question marker. So now let's take a look at the next example. We have watashi wa Daniel desu. So watashi, I. Wa is a particle marking the topic. So it's pointing at the topic of the sentence. Daniel, that's me. Desu is. You might be thinking, well, why isn't the translation I is Daniel? Well, of course, in English, we have different forms of the verb to be. We have I am, you are, he is, etc. But in Japanese, there's just one word, des. Makes it easier, doesn't it? Now, if you wanted to ask someone else their name, you'd say, o namae wa nan desu ka? O namae wa. Name. The o in front of namae makes it an honorific. If you're talking about your own name, you just use namae. Nan. Nan is what? Now, the reason that it's pronounced nan here is because we have des following it. Usually, it's going to be pronounced nani. And again, we have desu ka, which we know now is, question mark. So, what is your name? O namae wa nan desu ka? All right, now to respond to the question we just asked and give your name, we say, watashi no namae wa John desu. Here we have a new particle, no. No after a noun, which is a person, place, or thing, means possession. Basically the apostrophe S that we put in English to mean this belongs to this. So namae is name. Whose name? My name. Watashi no. So if you wanted to say what your name is, you would say watashi no namae wa, your name, desu. Now a set phrase for saying nice to meet you, onegaishimasu. Now let's say you wanted to ask someone where they're from. Jon-san wa nani jin desu ka? So here we've got san added to the name Jon. San is a polite ending added to names. Now we have nani jin. Nani jin literally means what person. but in this context, it means a person from where? Then we got desu ka, which you should know by now, means is, question mark. Now to answer the question we've got, Nihonjin desu. In Japanese, you don't always have to use the subject of a sentence if it's implied. In the last sentence, we were talking about John. So in this sentence, if the subject is still John, we are just going to say Nihonjin desu, meaning Japanese, really meaning I'm Japanese. And to ask the other person where they're from, you'd say Daniel-san wa. Here you can see that if you want to pose the same question to your speaking partner, you don't need to say the entire phrase. You can just say their name and wa with a rising intonation. And that'll imply, hey, what about you? And again, we're going to drop the subject because we know we're talking about I. And we just say, Amerikajin desu. All right, now let's talk a bit about jobs. Watashi wa sensei desu. I am a teacher. Watashi wa, I. Sensei, teacher. Desu is. I, teacher, is. I am a teacher. Now to ask our friend John here, we'd say, Jun san no shigoto wa nan desu ka? So remember that no in there means you're connecting two nouns together. Shigoto, meaning work. Whose work? John's work. So, Jon-san no shigoto. And then we have nan desu ka? Again, we know nan desu ka is what is it? So, John, your job. What is it? Then John says, Watashi wa sarariman desu. I'm an office worker. He follows up with, Otou-san mo sarariman desu. So here we've got mo, which means also. My dad, also office worker, is. All right, now we're getting into the next verb, imasu. And you'll notice that as with des, imasu, you don't pronounce the u at the end of the word. So the first structure we're going over is A wa B ga imasu, which means A has B. Kyodai ga imasu ka? Kyodai, siblings. Imasu ka? Do you have? So, do you have siblings? はい。弟がいます。Yes, I have a little brother. はい。Yes. 弟 little brother がいます。Alright, continuing on with the same structure. A は B がいます。A has B. ペットがいますか？ペット pet がいますか？ Do you have? Now here you're going to notice that there's also no you in this sentence. Now, there are ways to say you in Japanese. A lot of the time, if you're just talking to one other person, you can just ask a question and the listener will understand that you're asking it to them. So how do we answer? はい。猫がいます。はい。Yes. 猫 cat がいます。have. 猫がいます。I have a cat. Now it's going to start getting a little tricky. います we know means have, but it's also used to talk about where things are. More specifically, where living things are. That's going to be people or animals. The structure here is A は B にいます. A is at B. Let's take a look. 今、私は家にいます. Right now, I am home. 今, right now. 私, me, 家に, home at. Now, this is confusing. Remember, when you're using prepositions in Japanese, they're going to come after the word. So we don't say at home. We literally say home at. います am. So the literal translation is I, home at, am. I am at home. 彼は喫茶店にいます. 彼, he. 喫茶店 cafe に at います am. So again, in this case, we're going to have the same verb that I used to say I am somewhere, but it's going to mean that he is somewhere. He is at the cafe. 彼は喫茶店にいます. Now, one last use for the verb います. This time we have A がいます. There is A is here. Now, another way to translate this could be A exists, but I feel like it's going to not be that one most of the time. Or at least not today. First we have 犬がいます。犬, dog. います, is. Dog is. There's a dog. Now the next one. お母さんがいます。お母さん, mom. います, is. Mom is. We probably wouldn't say mom exists, but we might say mom is here. お母さんがいます. Mom's right here. Finally, we have 猫がいます。猫, cat. います is. 猫がいます. There is a cat. Now, an important note is, for each of these sentences, you can also use these to say that you have this thing. Remember, if you drop the subject of a sentence, it can imply that you, the speaker, are the subject. So these sentences could also mean 犬がいます. I have a dog. お母さんがいます. I have a mom. 猫がいます. I have a cat. So how do you know what you're even saying? Well, the context is going to tell you. So don't worry too much. Alrighty, so our third verb for this video is あります. あります is used the same way as います, but there's one catch. You can't use it with living things. So this will be used for objects. We're going to start off with A は B があります. A has B. スマホがありますか? Remember what we said before. か is just a question particle. It's just making a statement into a question. スマホがありますか? Do you have a smartphone? はい。iPhone があります. Yes. I have an iPhone. 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 あります. Have. iPhone have. I have an iPhone. Now let's take a look at this one. 日本語の宿題があります. 日本語. Japanese. 宿題. Homework. あります. Have. Remember that little no here is telling you which homework? Japanese homework. 日本語の宿題. Japanese homework. あります. Have. So you can translate this as I have Japanese homework or there is Japanese homework. So we're going to use this structure to mean there is B at A. Let's take a look. 家にテレビがあります. 家 home に at テレビ television or TV があります have home at TV have I have a TV at home or there is a TV at home. Next we have 学校に本があります. 学校 school に at 本 book あります have school at book have there are books at school or there is a book at school or I have a book at school. All depends on the context. Now I wanted to show you that you could also reverse the word order in Japanese when you're talking about locations and objects. So let's take a look at these examples. テレビは家にあります. テレビ TV 家に home at あります have TV home at have The TV is at home 本は学校にあります 本 book 学校 school に at あります have book school at have 本は学校にあります The book is at school. Now, one last construction that we can use with あります For this one we have A は B に C があります which means A has C at B. Let's take a look. 友達は 家にパソコンがあります。友達 friend 家に house at パソコン personal computer or PC or just computer あります have friend home at computer have my friend has a computer at home. One more time with the translation on screen. 友達は家にパソコンがあります。My friend has a computer at home. All right, everybody. I hope you've been paying attention and taking notes because it's time for a quiz. I've got 10 sentences on the screen for you now. What I'd like you to do is pause the video and try translating these before watching the rest of the video. So take a minute or two, use your notes, and see if you can figure out what these mean. If you just want to see the translations, you can go ahead and continue watching. So, how do you think you did? Was it hard? Well, let's go through them. All right, guys, I'm going to be reading these for you and giving you the translation. 先生がいます. The teacher is here. There is a teacher here. サラリーマンは家にペットがいます. The office worker has a pet at home. 猫がいますか? Do you have a cat? Or is there a cat? テレビがあります. I have a TV. Or there is a TV. iPhone ですか? Is this an iPhone? 私の宿題です. It's my homework. Quick tip. If you have it to talk about in English, you're not going to use that word in Japanese. You simply omit. お父さんは仕事にいます. Dad is at work. 今、ジョンさんは喫茶店にいます. John is at the cafe now. お母さんは iPhone があります. Mom has an iPhone. Now this last one was a bit of a trick, so unless you've heard this word before, you might not know what it means. But ありがとう. Thank you. Whew, that was a lot of information to go over, but thanks for sticking with me. So, are you feeling more confident in your Japanese now? If you're a beginner, hopefully this gives you a little bit of a taste of what Japanese can be like. If you have some experience studying Japanese, this is probably just review. Go ahead and tell me in the comments below, what did you think of today's lesson? And what would you like to see in next time's lesson? Next time's video might be a little bit shorter. We'll have to see. So, to make sure you get notified of that next video upload, make sure you hit the subscribe button, press the bell notification button so you actually get the notification when I upload a new video. And of course, thanks for watching. So, また今度. See you soon.